I keep some chicken in there for later.
Don't.
Probably have to not put my...
Random dad stuff.
All right, well, good morning, everyone. In addition to getting a new fanny pack this week, I discovered a few other things with the new iPhone iOS 13, and I haven't really heard anybody talk about it. Now, people are always talking about the new features with the photos and the videos and the selfies and the slow-mo selfies, the slow-fies, and all those things, but I've never heard anyone talk about this specific feature, and I think it's really useful. And I use it all the time now. Previously, I had put my phone in Spanish so I could learn Spanish. Being here in South Florida, it's very necessary. But I was always annoyed there's certain apps that I didn't want in Spanish. Too difficult to understand the wording, and I didn't want to click something wrong or buy something that I didn't want. So I wanted that app in English. But the only way to switch it was to switch the whole phone's language back to English. And I didn't want to have to do that every time. But finally, in iOS 13, they introduced the feature where you can choose your language per app. Let me show you how. What you're going to do, you're going to open up your settings. You're going to scroll down and you're going to pick an app. Let's say All Trails. And here, it says preferred language. And right now I have it set to Spanish. And I can choose English or Dutch or French. Now, if you don't see those options on your phone, there's one thing you need to do first. So when you go to Settings, go to General and Keyboards, and if you don't have a keyboard installed that is another language, it won't give you those options that I talked about. So here you can see I have Espanol and Inglés, and the emoji keyboard and Bitmoji keyboard. So now, for example, when I go on Amazon and I don't want to be clicking things and purchasing things that I don't really understand, because I'm not that great at Spanish yet, I can go into Settings, I can scroll down to Amazon, and Idiomas Preferidos. That means what is your preferred language for this app. I'm going to go ahead and click English. And now, when I go back to Amazon, it's going to be in English. And if I want it back in Spanish, I can go back to Spanish. I've gotten so used to my phone being in Spanish that I just keep it in Spanish all the time anyway. And occasionally there's some checkbox or something that I'm not quite sure what it says, and so I'll go to Google Translate and switch it. But for those apps where I want to make sure I understand it and is in English, I'll go ahead and switch those to English. That's a little tip for you. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. No olvides suscribirte y volver. No olvides suscribirte y volver la próxima semana. Por favor.